Hello, friends! I know the countdown is still going, but I'm excited for today. So, let's whoosh! They can see us, and now they can hear us!
Ah!
Hello!
Ah! Why the ah?
That just seems like the thing to do.
Okay. Alrighty, so, how's everybody doing tonight?
Good.
Doing good. A little hungry, so I might disappear.
What food did you order?
Pretty good.
West Shore Pizza.
Nice. Pizza's always a solid choice.
I'm in the mood for some New York, some of that flat pizza. It's not really New York style, but I want the flat pizza. I want the folding pizza.
Nice. You know, I never fold my pizza when I eat it. But I'm not the type to eat it with a fork and knife either, so.
Bonus points.
No, you just don't take points away from not folding.
Fair enough.
So, what is your guys' favorite pizza toppings?
Pick for who goes first.
Let's start with the one getting
I like-
pizza.
Oh, that's pointing to Josh on my screen.
On my screen, it's pointing to you.
Ha.
And on the stream.
You cannot go wrong with bacon and extra bacon.
Oh, that's a good one, yeah.
You can't. Bacon, mushrooms.
How about Teddy?
And-
Meat lovers. All meat.
Nice. Now, Josh?
Meat lovers.
You just can't go wrong.
Good. I had
Oh,
a
never mind.
dish meat lovers today. Like my manager brought it in, and oh my god, it was so good.
Nice.
Everybody wants pizza. Jokers, what about you?
It either has to be like the pepperonis, but where they like turn into like little cups of
Yeah, where
grease.
they curl.
Yeah, I either like either one pepperoni cup grease or just like a classic margarita pizza.
Nice. Solid choices. I am the weirdo that likes mushrooms and pineapple.
Oh, I like pineapple. Pineapple goes on pizza. I don't care what everybody else says.
Nope.
does.
Nope. Not on marinara pizza. On other pizza, yes, definitely good.
Hawaiian pizza's good.
See, I'm not a big fan of ham or pineapple on pizza. I mean, I've had it. It's not bad. I'm just not a big fan.
Actual Hawaiian pineapple, like, puts any
Oh, yeah,
other
that's- hell
pineapple
yes.
to shame.
Yeah, you need to go buy a Hawaiian pineapple, then cut off the top and put the top in dirt so it just
Yes.
keeps on growing.
I was telling my mom about that, and now she wants to start a pineapple garden.
So my uncle has done that. He got 4 pineapples. This was years ago. Got 4 pineapples, cut off the tops, has planted them in his yard. Just let them alone. When those grow pineapples, cut those tops off. Planted those. He now has
Like
he right
23,
now
I
had-
think
he
you
has
said?
23 pineapples growing. The new
Nice.
pineapples growing. Yeah,
Yeah, because sometimes they don't always grow and all that.
they don't always fruit, but yeah,
Right.
yeah, it's fantastic, and they're good. They're so sweet.
We're not at all hungry at the start of this stream, but last we left off in Second Chance Trials, this professional campaign we are currently running through, where everybody's already dead and they're just trying to get their chance at life back. They had gone through a series of trials, went through a morally ambiguous test that took a while for them to actually agree upon. And now they stand in front of the Raven Queen herself. God, it's gonna be a long night if I just said Waven.
Waving queen. Ooh.
Listen, Quipke.
A waving, because she's like waving, Raven King.
Waving queen.
Ugh. So, standing before you is an entirely obsidian room, lined with garnet in the corners. The far side is a woman sitting on an ivory throne, wearing a long black gown with feathers lining the bottom and the hem on the shoulders. She is pale with long, straight black hair adorned with an ivory crown. She waits patiently for you to approach. So what do you do?
Let the monk go first.
Monk? Yeah, I go first.
Okay, so you walk up.
Hi. I wave. Hi.
I'll walk up after, but behind.
She waits patiently. She seems to as if she's waiting for all of you to approach.
Oh, I guess we're going. Guess I'm with them.
But noted which two went first and which two lingered.
And who's behind?
I'll be the very last. I don't care. Can't kill
It's
me.
a
I'm already
large
dead.
room. You don't have to be in single file line to go talk to the Raven Queen. This isn't going to sit on Santa's lap, like.
Right. Never mind. No. Nope. I've already been playing Resident Evil Village.
Ooh.
Oh, it's nice.
I have too. I've been going through in my spare time to 100% it.
There is one part that you are gonna find very, very troubling.
Which
know how-
part? Because I'm already perturbed by everything that's going on with the daughter.
Yes.
Especially
well,
because the daughter's name is
have you-
Rose.
have you beaten Lady Dimitsu?
Dimitrescu?
Demisha? Yes. Have you beaten her yet?
I know what happens. I
Okay,
know
you
what
know
you
the
find.
Yes.
Oh.
Yes. That is. Ooh, I was watching that. I was like, oh, Damien's not gonna like this.
Nope. I'm glad that happened off stream so I can keep my composure on stream. Because no spoilers
Yeah,
though.
No, I'm at that point, so I haven't had a chance to play that much.
So you
So-
just say
sorry.
hello to the Raven Queen. That Funk the monk says hello. That's all.
Uh,
Bunch of
So
socially
you-
awkward fellas here.
you called us. You called us here.
You have finished half of the trials. To continue my questions. To continue, you must answer my questions. The first
Huh?
of which, do you fear death? And not what you are experiencing now, but complete, utter death.
I figure for myself, and I'm sorry the accent has changed because I don't really remember it. I feel that death is just part of everything. It's part of life. I'd rather it be a long ways away. Life's not easy. Maybe death would be easier.
She looks over at the rest of you expectantly.
Yeah, that sounds like a good answer. Ditto.
I mean,
She raises
mean,
an
that's-
eyebrow at you.
things die. I mean, things come back. It's why am I dead?
Funk, do you say anything?
I feel like I would tell her honestly and just say I don't know.
Look, while I don't fear death, I personally enjoy life. I enjoy wine. I enjoy women. I enjoy the comforts of living.
Honest answers. So why exactly is it you want to live again? Why are you fighting so hard to live again? Just wine and women?
I want to try to find my family.
The
Is she
rest
looking
of-
to the rest of us?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, I think that I'm just not quite done. I need to learn more. And at this point in time, I go into a meditative stance because I gotta go get something.
Go get your pizza.
I hear the
Pizza.
hellhounds. I hear the hellhounds.
Yeah, Brian ordered pizza. Alright. Funk the monk?
To learn and to spread knowledge. I just feel like just just being here and experience what I have, I want to share it with more.
I just kind of want my body back. That'd be nice. I mean, can everybody do this? And at this point, I'm gonna walk on the wall and just stand there cross-armed. I mean, this clearly isn't normal.
And so you wish to get rid of that ability.
He doesn't want to be a floating wig.
He's got a point.
Interesting reasoning. What would you do if you were given another chance? Would you do anything differently with your lives than you already had been?
I mean, out of character, do we remember? We don't remember much of our lives, correct?
You remember your lives up until the day of whatever it was.
We don't remember what happened to us to die.
Yeah,
We don't know how we died.
correct.
Does Lauren remember?
Vague ideas, nothing solid.
Gotcha.
You have a general idea of like what your moral compass was, but not a whole lot of like what you were actually doing, what you were actually like.
I think maybe I would have done more, knowing that time was short.
I'd like to help more people.
I wouldn't do anything different. It's who I am. It's what's made me me today.
I appreciate
Vinnick.
the honesty.
Vinnick would say, I don't know if I would change anything. I didn't really have much of I did not have a choice in a lot.
So, two who wish to do more and two who would change nothing. An interesting group. Would you still want to go back if you found out the rest of the world was dead? Wonderful musical timing.
Well, it would allow me to read all those books I wanted to read. Right before my glasses would break. If anybody understands the reference.
Yes.
There was time now. There was
There's
time.
now. There was time.
I am.
Yeah.
I think I would. I would.
I'd still go back.
If we were literally the only other ones, like it was just the four of us. If the answer's yes to that, then no for me. I'd rather. I'm good.
And you, Zalor?
I'd go back. I mean, there could be people needing help.
Your answers are noted. You see her lift up her hand. She reaches over towards a staff that was beside her. It is a long onyx staff with a large diamond in the center. She kind of waves it over you, and you feel the floor beneath you give way as everything goes dark. The first thing you're able to notice is the sound of water, waves going over each other. Then, as you feel yourself continuing to fall for an alarming amount of time, you find yourself slowing, almost as if feather fall was casted upon you. You begin to regain your sight. You see a starry sky above you, and as you land, you realize you are in the midst of an ocean. No land anywhere to be seen. A voice echoes out. The Raven Queen. Find your way to a place of rest before you drown from exhaustion. And silence. Only the sound of the wind and waves. What do you do?
Or
Looking
just
out across
in the water, or just like
the water.
treading water.
Yep, you are treading in the middle of the ocean. At night.
Darn.
Is there any sort of like land locally?
Not that you can see.
Well, this sucks.
I need a volleyball. Where's Wilson?
I have a question, DM. Does the water go through me?
Um, roll a perception check. Let's see how this goes. First roll of the night, and all right,
18.
middle of the road. You can vaguely feel the water around you. You can feel the temperature of it, but you don't feel wet.
Solid. That works. I like that answer.
Oh, bless you.
You okay over there, Teddy?
Yeah, I'm fine. Good. It's just allergies. It's not the Rona. It's okay. I've had my shots.
So is Crystal.
I-
Her arm still aches.
Yeah, dude, my arm still aches a little bit, but I just got mine done on Sunday. So
Yeah, I got sick
Talk
really
about
bad
the
on my
med
second one.
shots.
Mine was fine.
Yeah.
So
I know my arm's getting tired from treading water.
I'm
Looking-
casting shape water, so I don't get tired when I'm treading.
Can you cast me some arm floaties?
That I cannot.
Looking down, how clear is the water? And then can we see the bottom at all?
It's surprisingly clear considering this seems to be an ocean. You can see whatever your dark vision is down.
Oh, that's
You have just the
60
moonlight
feet.
above you, so.
Oh.
okay. Now, Zalorn, can you like float up to take a look around and see if you can see anything around us?
I don't think it works.
I mean, I see you walking on the walls.
Food reminder, if you haven't eaten
I can't-
food yet, go eat food. H2O reminder, if you haven't drank water yet, drink water. And no energy drinks don't count. Sorry, string things. Continue.
I don't think I can walk on water.
I didn't say walk on
As-
water. Can you float up?
No, Sean, not bata eating. You need to eat. I know you spend all your time editing. Also, apparently Teddy's allergic to ravens.
Tastes like chicken.
Oh gosh.
Um, I didn't mean for real. He didn't have to float for real.
I'm gonna swim and try to jump out of the water, and spend a key point to step on wind. My jump distance is doubled for the turn.
Do either a dexterity or strength check for me.
Okay.
Be a check, not a save.
Oh, okay, cool. Way better. Oh yeah, way better.
Alright. It's difficult. You're not able to get up super high, but I would say spending your key point, you're able to get a good distance up. What exactly are you trying to do with this leap?
Just kind of look around, taking our surroundings to see if I see any other features in the area.
You don't notice anything above the water. You do notice that there are some clouds in the distance.
Storm's coming.
I don't have a clue of what to do.
I mean, one of
I
you
mean,
may
there's
have had the right idea of where to look earlier.
Let's dive down as deep as we can go. See what happens.
Alright. Go ahead and give me,
Might as well. I mean, let's go.
those of you that need to swim, go ahead and give me athletics checks.
Shape water, does that help?
I'll say it gives you advantage.
Thank God.
Not
9.
bad.
2 of you got 9.
11 with my advantage.
And a
21 ghost.
So Lauren is having no problem swimming down. The rest of you, however, are finding this to be a bit more challenging than you expected.
Wish you have no problems in sinking.
You find that though you are dead, the salt water is still stinging your eyes as you try to swim
Saltwater kinda
below.
sucks.
Zaloran, the salt does not seem to bother your eyes. So it makes sense that you got the highest roll, actually. As you're going down, I'll say Zaloran is the only one who notices. You see a series of lights off in the distance underwater.
I'm just gonna start pointing to him.
As he points it out, the rest of you begin to notice. You can take the time to go up for air, you can try and make it to the lights.
Well, I think for us who can't swim all too well, we probably need to get air, then go back down. Probably.
Yeah.
So,
Kind of a scare of another
is
episode.
Probably
there,
good idea.
is there like the sea floor? Like, did we swim deep enough to hit the sea floor, or is it just some lights?
With
Like-
y'all's swimming speed, I would say no, you did not get down to the sea floor.
Makes sense. I'm gonna start swimming towards the lights.
Okay.
Same.
What's gonna happen?
Hmm.
Kraken.
I'll get some air, then go.
Getting air and then continuing on.
I'm just gonna go.
Okay.
I'm gonna get eaten by a shark.
Funk, are you getting air or are you continuing?
You know what? I'm gonna get air. I'm gonna get air.
Okay. Alright. Everybody go ahead and give me a second athletics check just to get you to these lights. You're able to
Ooh,
go up for air
That's
easily enough.
significantly worse.
Oh, you
Seven-
kidding me? 5.
17. Thank God I have advantage because I had a 1 and an 18. So that's a 17.
Alrighty.
My scrawny arms.
That's not something you're used to saying after playing your barbarian character.
Hey, I have scrawny arms in real life, so I'm good.
Alright. Again,
Extra
Cyril, you're
rope.
having some difficulties.
I forgot how to swim. I doggy paddle. Apparently.
But eventually, with the assistance of the others, you're able to make your way.
More lasso one and just write them down.
Stop it, young lady.
Sorry.
Not you.
Uh,
You guys eventually make your way closer to these lights, and as you get closer, you can see this is in fact an underwater city.
Do people have bubbles on their head?
No bubbles.
is it domed? I'm sorry. Is it domed?
If you look onto roll 20, you should be able
Oh.
to see what you see now.
You know, that would probably have been a good idea to do before starting. You know, logging in. Yeah. I'm 100% prepared.
Huh.
I ring the bell.
Bell.
It's right there. I'm pinging it.
Oh, look at that.
So you go into the city?
Yeah, I don't think we have much of a choice.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All right.
definitely.
As you go into the city, you see a variety of unfamiliar creatures. You see merfolk, you see otter people, you see frog people, and they're all of varying age ranges. One, you're guessing elderly because you haven't seen these type of people before. Frog woman goes up to you and offers out her whatever you would call a frog hand.
I'll put mine up.
As you do, you find that you are now able to breathe under the water.
Oh, good. Do we have gills? That'd be kind of cool.
She'll do the same for each of you. And it's easy enough to tell that she is a spellcaster.
I will try to speak underwater.
You are able to do so now.
Oh, good.
Well, thank you very much.
Where are we?
It is not often we get outsiders.
We are in
You
search
laughing
of.
at my voice over there, Josh?
We're-
I'm trying
we're
to make
very
a frog
outsiders.
voice, okay?
No,
I like
it.
it.
Just made me go back to one of the voices you did for a previous campaign. It was like, oh dear.
I saw that. Is that for you? Oh, okay, cool. Sorry.
Well,
We
we're
are.
new here.
Yes, very, very new. We are looking for shelter.
You are undergoing the trials as well?
Yes. We are.
Come in. Do you lot need to eat? I've noticed some do and some don't.
We just need to rest.
Very well. Come into the palace. There are plenty of spare beds. And she begins to meander off. She has a long coral staff that she's kind of using as a walking cane, but you could, those of you who are familiar enough with Arcana would be able to tell that it's also a focus that she uses.
I have
Now,
no idea.
are,
So are we now
st-
walking or are we swimming?
Yeah, that's what I was just about to ask.
It feels like an odd mix of both, because you can still feel the water around you, but you're able to maintain going on the pathways.
Can I just walk on the ground?
Fairly easily enough, with your wall walking ability. You do find it is easier for you guys to traverse through the city. Whatever blessing this frog woman has given you, she has gotten used to casting and has figured out a lot of the kinks thus far.
So, do y'all think there's... Well, she said that there's more of us. Like, more people taking the trials?
You knew we were
Did
taking
you?
the trials.
Do you expect to be some special one? Of course, I am not special. There's probably hundreds.
I'm a fucking ghost. I just want to know why y'all have bodies and I don't.
What is your
Yeah.
passive perception, by the way, Zaloran?
It is 16.
You would have noticed that she seemed unfazed by your appearance.
Okay. I keep that to myself.
Maybe your body was in the center of whatever happened, and there is nobody.
You ain't got no body.
To
Maybe
listen.
animals feasted on you. I don't know.
I'm free. Thank you.
I just wonder if we are going to be reincarnated as babies. That would not be
Tadpole?
good.
We're gonna be reincarnated as tadpoles. I know it.
Ugh.
So do you guys
Worst
follow
things
her?
to be.
I'll definitely
Oh yeah,
follow.
I thought we were.
Oh, we're
following.
walking and
Okay.
talking.
Okay.
Yeah, we're walking and talking.
I will ask her. How many other people have come through here?
You lot make 74.
Whoa.
74.
It seems
We're in
each and every group
69?
passes through here.
Well, we were tasked with finding shelter, correct?
You have succeeded. You
We
are
win.
you are welcome to stay here as long as you like. I am not sure exactly how you are supposed to leave here, as this is entirely ocean and land is extremely far away.
How
Well,
far away?
Wait, what happened to the other 70 people?
Land is probably 3 months travel by ship.
So, where'd the other 70 people go before us? Where are they at?
At some point or another, they left. Most don't say anything as they don't feel they need to, I suppose.
DM, could I roll an intelligence check? I don't know if Vinnick would think of this question.
Go ahead.
Okay, I think he would then. Is there any like sea life underneath, like kelp or anything living besides what we've seen so far? I mean, is the picture exactly what we see? I see a lot of like almost trees, but underground
Yeah,
or underwater. Sorry.
there's various forms of coral, kelp, fish. A lot of the coral seems to resemble what you would expect trees to appear like on land, but it's just coral down here.
Alright. I am keeping an eye out for anything that could be made into a raft or a boat.
Okay. Most things down here are made of sandstone or coral.
Okay.
They don't float down here.
No. But if you break off a thin enough piece, it could.
But it's already down here.
As you guys are making your way into the palace, two what you would guess would be children, otter people, go scurrying past the elderly frog woman. She bops one of them on the head for almost knocking her over.
Gee, me.
And then just continues in.
That is not mean. That was kind.
Gee, Bob, children.
I've been bopped worse than that.
While we're like traveling around, I'm looking for any signs or symbols of the Raven Queen.
Good
Go
idea.
ahead and give me a perception check. As you look around, despite this being the Raven Queen's domain, you notice a particular lack of any sign of the Raven Queen. No emblems, no statues, unlike everything thus far. Even the labyrinth had statues or markings of the Raven Queen. You eventually make your way inside of a palace. There is a very large, thank you for the lurk. You see a very large entry room. There is a glowing chandelier above you. Think bioluminescence, like those creatures that glow underneath the water. They used something from them to create this chandelier. Because at this point, you are very deep underwater. Surprisingly enough, there doesn't seem to be any pressure changes that are affecting you all or bothering you like you would expect for like a scuba diver or something. You see that there's no one sitting on the throne currently. Behind it is a statue of a large merman holding a trident.
Is there a particular way you all prefer to rest? Are any of you preferring to bed together, or...
Separate beds would be nice.
Very well.
Who rules here?
Oh, that would be our king.
Then does the king? Will we meet the king? King who?
King Silverton.
And Silverton?
Yes.
Have I heard this name before?
Roll a history check.
I'm wondering if I am proficient in that. I am proficient in history. May I?
Yes, go ahead.
19.
Way better than me.
Not by
Hey,
much.
ours is good.
Not by much.
Not by much.
Good.
16. Hey, I'll go with the 19 over 16 any day.
As the knowledge on merfolk is fairly limited from where you all are from. But the tales of a specific promiscuous merman of the name of Silverton has reached ears of the land.
Does she answer my question and will we meet him?
Do you have a reason for meeting the king?
I would just say thanks. Want to be thankful for his graciousness.
Do you thank the king for every country you go to?
Not every, we don't. I don't sleep in the palace of every country I go to.
Fair enough. We don't tend to have housing outside of the palace here. It allows for better protection.
Protection
what?
from what?
Protection from what?
Do you think that all creatures are sentient and kind in the ocean, dearie?
Well, if it's anything like a land, then everybody is a bastard.
It is not
I
the
know.
sentient ones you need to worry about down here.
And at this point, she gestures towards 4 open doors.
You are welcome to rest here. I advise against leaving your rooms without contacting someone first. There are bells within them that you can ring, and someone will come to you.
Speaking of bells, what about that giant bell in town?
That is to alert us of the dangers I mentioned.
Okay.
All right. I'll go into the. I'll stand in front of a door. I want to know where everyone is.
I'll take door number 3.
So we've got 2 and 4 for Zaloran and Jokers. Do y'all have a preference?
I'll
4.
take 4.
As soon as we are,
Golden Parchment Spears.
as soon as we're inside and the doors close, are we alone in the room?
Yes.
I will cast message to each and every one of the room now that I know which room that they're in, and say to everyone, I'll cast it 3 times. I think that we should stay in one room. I do not know if we are completely safe.
So what do we see in the rooms?
So you see bed that appears to be some kind of coral base with a soft sea sponge atop of it. You see there's bedding and fabric weaved out of various types of kelp and seaweed. Everything here again, it looks similar to what you would expect to see on land. There's even windows for looking out, though there's no glass in it. Ah, as they don't have weather down there to worry about. It's very much like it's mimicking what it's like to live on land.
So, do you have a bed in your room that'll fit all of us?
I'll cast message again. Maybe we should just do 2 to a room.
I guess, sure.
So, who's gonna be bunk buddies?
I'll be bunk buddies with Vinnick.
I'm on the bed by myself, stretched out.
Look, I have no problem sharing a bed with a monk. It's fine.
Come here, boy.
I cast. I will cast Shape Water and make the space in between us a 5-foot block of ice.
He's
I
getting
walk on top. I walk around it, but like on the wall, like on the actual ice, I walk around it. Like, oh, you got a problem.
he's giving you the cold shoulder.
I have heard that. Come here, boy. Tone before the no. No. No.
If for whatever reason we lose the ability to breathe water, are we close enough to the surface to make it out?
Absolutely not. You are
We'll fucking
deep
drown.
underwater now.
The
Alright,
weight
is
on the
there-
ground.
Is there any vase or anything like that in the room?
No. There's a small armoire. There's the bed. There's.
Okay, the armoire. Okay,
Okay.
I can work with the armoire. I would like to move the armoire down on the ground, so the doors are facing the ground, and I would like to shape the water out of it to have an air pocket there, just in case.
Okay. Go ahead and do a strength check for me to move around this armoire.
Ooh.
I will attempt it, and then I will look over at my ghost friend. Because I got a -1. I'm not even gonna try.
How do you get a -1?
Because I have an 8 strength.
Oh.
I had really good stats, but I have one really bad one. I put it in strength.
You need some help there.
Actually, maybe we should not damage this thing. But here is my idea. I shape the water like this, and I shape it away, and air will be there, in case.
Point improvement. Yeah. Okay.
Alright. Zaloran,
what's
go
that,
ahead and
strength?
give me a strength check then. Yep.
Alright.
Oh
Was
no
it
no!
advantage?
When he first started, I said maybe we do it if we lose air. That's so if we cannot breathe, then you do that, I do that, and we breathe. But let's not damage our guests. We are guests.
Okay. Alright.
So those two have a plan at least.
I'm going to investigate the room to make sure that if we're hidden doorways, whatever.
Okay, go ahead
Anything?
and roll an investigation check for me.
Oh, so close. 12.
You don't find anything unusual.
The whole place is unusual.
From what you've seen.
I mean, looking outside, are there still like people milling about and day-to-day?
You see the same otter pups going around playing. You see a few straggling merfolk here and there. You get the feeling that it's getting maybe around what would be 10 o'clock. Like it's getting to be late. These are the folks
Well-
that are usually out and about it when it's late.
Well, maybe we should just get some sleep.
I mean,
mean-
either we trust the fact that we're gonna have water breathing for long
If-
enough, or we don't.
I mean, if they're going to kill us, they would have not let us breathe underwater and we would have drowned.
Well, but that's the whole thing. Is like this is how you would kill us. Is bring us down deep enough, and then have the spell run out, and then there's no way. For
Well,
us to
we're doomed
survive.
anyways. We're to here.
Mhm.
I'm just gonna kick back on the bed.
Same.
I'm at a point where it's like, there's nothing I can do.
All right. So, do all of you guys attempt to take a long rest?
Absolutely.
I'm going to.
Yeah.
Go to sleep. Yeah.
I will say you get about halfway through your long rest before. Let's see, I thought I had it queued up. You hear a scream in the distance, followed by some shuffling, and then it's quiet again.
Investigate.
Now,
Absolutely.
just a quick question. Was it loud enough for all of us to be like, to just like jump up and be like, what the hell's going on? Or was it just sort of in the background and we
Those
sort
of
of heard
you
it?
that have a passive perception of 14 or higher would have been able to hear it and wake up.
I wake up.
I
I
wake
wake
up.
up.
Just gonna go back to sleep though.
I try to go investigate.
I gotta
Yeah,
go.
I will follow.
Do you want to hit the bell?
Wait, do we at least get the short rest?
You can at least get a short rest, yes.
I need some hit points.
Oh yeah, our 8 hit points are gone. Yeah, I
Yeah.
gotta take that out.
Yeah, the temporary hit point effects
Yeah.
are gone.
Oh,
Do you want to hit the bell, or should we just go?
Let's just go.
Yeah, let's just go.
Just go. Shaping the water so I don't have to use my muscles because they're weak.
Okay.
I want to do the slow, like moon walk.
See. As you guys go out, I need. Go ahead and someone give me a survival check to try and find where this came from.
Alright. Oh, that's a 13.
14.
Alrighty.
I think we all hit roll.
Yep.
Mhm.
So, Cyril and Zaloran, you're able to tell that it's coming from deeper in the palace. Zaloran, you are able to tell that it's much further down the hall than when you were coming from.
We need to go down the hall. It's further down there.
Let's go.
At this point,
Proceeding
Lauren's gonna just book it, honestly.
You're just gonna
So
run?
it couldn't hurt. Like, his whole course of action is, yeah, I'll sprint, I'll dash.
So you're not worried about being stealthy at all?
Lauren, hell no. It's got a disadvantage. I mean, I don't know what disadvantage is.
Alrighty. So Zaloran takes off running. Are the rest of you following? Are you walking? Are you?
I'm gonna
Oh,
follow.
he's running?
Yeah, I'm running.
Like full dash action. He's.
Yeah. Because in his head, someone's getting hurt. So he wants to go make sure nobody else gets hurt.
Alright, so I can see what my character goes. You're running, and then Vinix running after him?
I will look to the group and say, he will die if we do not. And I run.
I'm gonna look at Funk and be like, I guess?
Mhm.
Alright, let's go.
Let's do it.
Okay.
Zaloran
We've been
is
undead
the
this long
outside
together.
of this group, just heedlessly running off into danger.
Or jumping through a gelatinous cube.
She had a plan.
Oh, I know. It was a good plan.
I
It
caught
was a
that
good
stream.
plan.
That was a good plan.
Thank
Was
you.
That was a good plan. I caught that stream. That was good.
And they thought I was trying to kill them.
You
I
were.
went and got it twice, and I'm pretty sure I have a disease
Hey.
now.
That's all because of where you put your character. That's
They,
it.
they make creams for that.
Nah. Alright. So you guys bolt off following Zaloran. Zaloran, I'm gonna need you to give me another survival check. To keep track of this. Since you're leading the fray.
Fuck. Natural 1 for a total of 5.
You're running, and as you're running, you're so focused on trying to follow where the sound came from, even though you only heard it once and it was fairly echoey. You have to stop for a second to try and see if you can figure something out. At that point, a mermaid comes up to you. She, let's see, let me pull it up. She has nearly pitch black eyes all the way through, deep blue skin, hair so dark and blue it is almost black. She has the fins you would expect to see, where you would expect to see ears, and a long, dark blue, again almost black tail. Where are you going?
Someone was just screaming. I went to go help them.
I heard no such sound. Were you not
I
warned
would-
to stay within
Can
your
I-
bed?
Can I
We're caught
insight?
up.
Can I insight check this
Yeah.
bit?
I would
Go ahead.
like to insight check. Ha 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 ha.
22.
22.
Oh yes.
Nice.
Fails.
Do we both say you are lying at the same time?
You are.
I was expecting her to be like, "Why are you running? Why are you running?" You know the meme.
You are able to tell that she's most definitely hiding whatever that scream was.
There's no reason for distrust or dishonesty. Let's.
You are
We are-
outsiders. You were given one
Yes.
rule within the hospitality of being able to stay in our palace. You were given one rule and immediately disobeyed it. Yet you say
This
I have
was
no
not
reason
much-
for
We
distrust.
rang the bell. Nobody came.
Someone needed help, so like, aren't we supposed to go help them?
No, you're
And
supposed to let the people who live here and know what happens handle it.
And to be
We're
fair,
letting
it
you-
was
we're
only
letting-
You two are talking
To-
over each other.
to be fair, it was only mentioned as a recommendation, not a steadfast law. We are used to having to help people. That our friend here is a healer.
It doesn't look like he's done a very good job of it himself.
Well, I am sure that you have seen.
I can.
Please. I'm trying to get my persuasion roll with her.
So
I am
what-
sure that you have seen many of our people come through, and his state as well. Something terrible that was more powerful, but I digress. We only seeking to help. Do you need aid? And trying to warm up to her, get a persuasion check.
I mean, you're not really persuading her of anything
Alright.
right now.
Okay.
So-
But she's very like, you get the feeling that she's what would amount to a guards person here. And this is literally her job, is to keep people from causing ruckus.
Alright.
And
Look, ma'am, we're not here to cause problems. We heard screaming, charming. We're here to try to. We heard screaming. We've came to help. Obviously,
well, no
We've
help
made it
is
this far.
necessary.
What was the scream? I worry for whoever was in trouble, and of course for my companions. I mean, you said yourself you couldn't keep him alive. What happened?
Real quick.
Roll.
What are we? Can you the surroundings real quick?
You are in a fairly wide hallway. You guys can stand beside each other fairly easily. There are decorative tables, decorative plates, various things about. More of the chandeliers that you saw in the entryway, but on a smaller scale. Um,
So
the
is she in front of a door, or are we still kind of like just like she was right there in the hallway?
like she came around a corner as you guys were running. So you're at like
So
an
does it-
intersection of hallways right now.
And she's in the middle of the intersection.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so if they're talking, I want to try to like look down the hallways.
Okay, go ahead and
Like,
roll a
just like-
perception check for me.
Oh, come on. 8. It's not right.
With the stress of the situation, you don't notice anything. You're kind of just trying to get glances without it being noticeable that you're catching glances.
While
Can I
she's
just
And go ahead and
Having-
roll a persuasion check, Finnick.
Alrighty.
Yes, Funk?
That is
while
a
she's
natural 20 for 27.
Wow.
We'll get to that in a sec. Funk?
You're very charming.
Yes, I am. That's why I was like, let me talk.
Can I slowly start sidestepping out of her vision so that I
That's
can
what I thought about.
stealth away?
You can do a stealth check if you'd like. Persuasion. What exactly was it you asked, Vinnick?
What was the scream?
This isn't the safest place for outsiders.
So, someone is hurt. We can go help. Please allow us and show us where the person is.
At this point, she's holding her trident with both hands. No. You can return to your bed, or you can try and get past me.
looking at her, does she have any sort of blood on her? Any sort of sign that there was struggle?
Do a perception check for me. Also, she rolled a nat 20 for her perception check against your stealth. So, hey, where do you think
15.
you're going? Pointing to Funk.
Hey, looking for a bathroom. Say looking for a bathroom.
Surprise attack! I
15?
just attack her.
No,
Punch her in the
Well,
face.
wait.
Oh my
Well-
god.
Oh dear.
First, let's do
Can
with the
I-
15. What specifically?
I was just seeing if there was like any sort of sign of blood, struggle, combat, anything that would dictate that this possibly is the person that killed this other person, theoretically.
With a 15, I'll say she looks like she did something that exerts energy. As far as whether that was combat or something else you might do in the middle of the night, that's hard to tell.
I mean, we could always go back to our room, ring the bell, and I guess ask to help.
Funk,
But-
what are you doing? Are you actually gonna attack?
No.
So
Let
with my
him be him. Let him be him.
perception check. Does it? Is there
Let's do
any
Funk
sign?
first.
Okay.
I mean, if we hear a scream and this person's guarding the way, yeah, like we're gonna go help them if they're standing. Yeah, let's do it.
Right? Let him be him.
Okay, go ahead and roll a surprise attack. Let's see, a 22 hits. 7 damage. Alright. At this point, everyone needs to roll initiative.
Oh.
At this point, you have some points that were redeemed.
Thanks for
24.
push-up time. Thanks.
Times
Double
2.
push-up time. I see that.
You're
Hey,
welcome.
Darwin. And yeah, nat 20s. I just got another one for her initiative.
Oh, jeez.
I did
I'm just
too.
standing there. I
I
haven't.
did too.
Well, I got a big old 9.
Interesting. So Cyril and this merfolk have the same dexterity additives and both rolled nat 20s.
Tie goes to the player.
Is that how you rule?
No,
For
I
this
just have to
game?
do another quick roll.
Alright, go ahead and do a secondary roll for me, Cyril.
Thanks. Thanks.
Hey, sorry. I gotta be honest.
Alrighty.
Fine.
So, first up is her. She's obviously going to attack the one that attacked her, so Funk.
Uh-huh.
Mhm.
That is a 22 to hit, which I'm guessing hits.
Mhm.
They don't.
And that is 11 damage.
Okay.
She's a guard. It's not like she's gonna be unexperienced or a light hitter. She's just alone. Alrighty. Let's see. That is her first attack.
Oh. Make a new character sheet. Welcome, Cirilla.
Welcome, AX549.
Second attack is a 23 to hit
Mhm.
for 10 damage.
Sorry, he's got more than 20 hit points. A lot more, right?
We didn't get that long of a rest.
Well, I was full.
I wasn't.
She looks over to the talkative one, Vinnick, and uses dissonant whispers.
Oh, now I'm all in this.
you
Now
need,
you messed up.
now you need to make a wisdom saving throw.
That's a fail.
Alright. That is 15 damage.
Alright. She used action surge to be able to do that.
Now we are at Cyril. You've seen her
Alright.
deal out a whopping amount of damage to Funk in 2 hits, and you see Vinnick responding as if he got hit as well.
Where's her? Like, where is she looking at?
She hit Funk twice, and now she's looking at Vinnick.
All right, so I'm, man, I'm going to get in between those two and be like, we're sorry. This no. I'm gonna try to stop. Stand down. Stop. This is not the way to do this. This is not.
Roll persuasion with disadvantage. Your party members are already attacking her. This is the way you accept the generosity of being invited into a palace?
It's not. It's just kill the monk. He started it. Look, I'm sorry. He started it. Look, no. We're I'm sorry. We're sorry.
She raises
Yep.
an eyebrow at you. Which brings us... Is that all you're gonna do on your turn?
Uh-huh.
Okay. Which brings us to... Zolord.
Player question for
Okay.
the rest of the players. Are we fighting or are we trying to talk our way out of it?
You've seen Funk go to fight. You've seen him go to talk. He hasn't had his turn yet.
If you look at Zaloran, he is holding on to his head. His eyes are opening up, and they are all black.
You mean Vinnick?
Or
You
Vinnick,
mean
I'm sorry.
Vinnick?
Yeah, Vinnick, sorry. Got my own... So I'm not going to say what I'm going to do, but...
I mean, the thing is like Funk's not a charismatic person, so he wasn't going to be going in for the talking. And then, like you were saying earlier, there was someone in trouble, and so I feel like that's a need for action and not.
Okay, that helps me make up my mind. So I will walk up to this merfolk. I'm really sorry for my friends here. Let me help you. And I'll stick my hand out and try and touch her and cast Inflict Wounds. So let me do
Roll
my
a deception check
first.
for me.
High five.
He still has to roll to hit, so...
Yeah, I still have to roll to hit.
He's
So
gonna get a 1 and hit me.
Alright, I'm gonna do my deception check first. That's terrible. That's a 6.
Go
And
with
then
disadvantage.
Wait, to my hit or the
To hit, yes.
Bitch, that was good. Fuck, that's a 9.
As she was looking at Cyril, she shifts over to you as you begin to talk to her, and you can tell she totally sees through your shit and just moves out of the way of your spell.
Fuck. Okay. That's my turn.
All right. I believe it is Funk and then Vinnick.
Flurry of blows.
Alrighty. Let's see what you got, Monk.
It's a 15 hit.
Let's see. A 15. Where the hell did it go? Does not hit.
Yes.
Okay, how about the 22?
A 22 will hit.
Ugh. 5 points of damage. And they have to do... How about they just can't take a reaction until the next end of the next turn?
End of their next turn?
Can't take reaction until the end of your next turn, so my
Okay.
next turn, yeah.
Alrighty. Then we're to Vinnick.
I will say, as I'm, still dealing with the dissonant whispers, I will look up, my eyes all black. This is how you treat people who only wanted to help? As my hand comes out, and black shadows seem to squeeze around her, hexing her. And I will give her disadvantage on strength checks.
Okay.
And I will take an Eldritch Blast as my action. That is a dirty 20 to hit.
That hits.
That will be whopping 2 damage plus 2 necrotic damage. And then I will move back 30 feet since she doesn't get a reaction.
Alright. Is that all?
That's everything. Bonus action, action, and movement.
Alright. Top of the round. She is going to attack Zaloran, who tried to trick her. First
Sucker.
attack, 23.
Yep.
Alright. I'll roll the second attack as well before we get to that. And a 26.
Mm-hmm.
So that is 7 damage, followed by 7 damage. She rolled
Nice.
ones on her damage dice. and you can hear. What's everybody's passive perception one more time?
14.
14, 14, 16, and Funk, what was yours?
Passive perception 12.
Okay. So, Zaloran, you're the only one to notice that you can hear movement coming up down one of the hallways. Go ahead. Those are not shorts.
Yes, they are.
Alright, that brings us to Cyril, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
You don't sound happy about it.
I'm going to attack. Her focus is not on me, right? So I should get the my 2 attacks and the sneak attack.
You're flanking with her, so yes.
Okay. Short sword. 13.
Now you get advantage if you're flanking.
Oh,
Yeah.
sorry. Oh. 21.
Hits.
For 9 points of damage. Dagger. 21
Hits.
for 3 points. Or I'm sorry, for 7 points.
Alrighty.
And my sneak attack. 11 points.
Alright. She's starting to look roughed up.
Trying to talk sense to you. Y'all want to go?
Mm-hmm.
There isn't much expression that you can expect to see with someone with straight black eyes and no eyebrows. Yet, if you could tell that she was angry, she's angry. Alright, is that a new turn? I'll take that as a yes. So, Lauren.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
I'm gonna call out, someone's coming, and I'm gonna look to Funk. How's Funk looking? No good.
He's funked
So-
Ah!
up. So I will get over closer to Funk and cast a second Cure Wounds. Whew. You get 19 hit points back.
Nice.
That was really
Nice.
fucking good. That concludes my slots. Is there anything I can do as a bonus action? Not. Just give me the layout, like what it looks like. So I know Cyril's behind her flanking.
I'm engaged with her.
Funk is the one that is behind her flanking because Funk, well, from your perspective, behind her, because he had tried to stealth around her. Cyril, then it's her, and Cyril is closer to you. Vinnick is back behind you.
Okay. Yeah, that concludes my turn. There's not much I can do. Yeah,
Okay.
there's nothing.
Let's see. That brings us to Funk the Monk.
Flurry of blows.
Thank you for the alert, Darwin.
Better. Does the 17 hit?
A 17 hits.
Yeah. And.
So 12
So-
damage.
Quick question: isn't Flurry of Blows a bonus action?
Yes.
Yes. So
Okay.
you would get your attack, offhand, and then you can flurry of blows for 2 more.
Yeah.
So I should be doing 4 attacks instead of 3?
Yes.
No. Well then, ka-cha! And yeah. And another 5.
There we go.
Well, no. Because, you're right. It is a bonus action, but so is attacking offhand, isn't it?
Oh, you are absolutely right. You are correct.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
you're right.
so I can't do both. I would
Yep.
only do one. So you can... She heals for 5.
Alright. Either way, she's looking pretty roughed up. You can see where there'll be bruises in the morning should she wake up. Alright, Vinnick.
Black and green energy form around my hand as I shoot another Eldritch Blast at her. Uh-oh. Only getting an 11 and missing.
Mm-hmm.
She might wake up. And that's it. I'm not using my bonus action this turn.
Alright. At this point, you see the same elderly frog woman from before come up.
We're in trouble. We're in so much trouble.
What is the meaning of all this ruckus?
And as soon as she shows up, you see the mermaid stand at attention.
We heard screaming, and we came to try to help. As we mentioned, our friend here is a healer, and she started attacking.
You do not
God.
believe.
Roll deception on that last line.
Oh, I'm perfectly fine with that. That's an 18. I'm a deceptive motherfucker too.
Alright. She's a +9 in her insight, so let's see how
Oh,
this goes.
let's see, yeah.
That's 25.
Hey, I was actually telling she started attacking me from my perspective.
She was attacked first, however. So she,
Yeah, I'm hiding something, sure.
yeah,
Definitely.
she can tell it's not a full truth.
You do not believe that we can take care of our own? That we
Sweet,
need
only-
outsiders to protect us?
You
only-
mentioned before that it was only a recommendation to stay inside, not a rule. And you also said there are many dangers outside. So we only wanted to return the hospitality and allow our friend to heal.
Outside, yes. Within the palace is none of your concern.
Well, I mean, we've just came from a place that inside, outside, there could be holes.
Sylvana, go heal yourself.
And you see the merwoman hesitate, and then bow, and then go to leave. Do you stop her?
Well, I wasn't, but
I think about it for a second, but then I'm like, this woman can probably cancel our water breathing. So I will cancel the hex on her.
Okay. She specifically looks over to you, Vinnick, as you do that.
A wise decision.
As in, she attacked me before I was violent.
But who was the first one to attack in the first place?
I don't. I'm not sure.
Funk's already raising his hand, so I'm not having to say anything.
Is it in your nature, boy, to attack first?
She's gonna go away.
It's in my nature to help, and when someone prevents me of that, they become an obstacle.
Do you not think there is a reason that we would not permit outsiders to help us?
Well, to be fair, we just met, and I don't know you or your culture, so it's not really fair for you to expect us to just automatically know not to go help. My instinct was to help.
If a prince in an outside country is under duress within palace walls, do you expect your aid will be welcomed or they will be guarded?
I think if my intentions are pure, I don't care about politics.
I think
That
if we
much
aid in
is
the
clear.
if we aid in said prince's safety, of course.
But what reason would the Prince's Guard have to trust you?
Then they could be a little bit more diplomatic, because she was kind of an ass.
I will give you that much.
So, can we just like point out that there was still screaming? Do you have any explanation for that, or
I do.
that would have been great? Like, hey, a little reminder: we're doing this. We're doing this tonight. So if you wake up, don't think anything of it. I mean,
It
I'm
is
not trying
not
to be
uncommon
disrespectful.
for prisoners to scream. I apologize. It was loud enough for you to hear it.
Do you have prisoners here as well?
In the palace?
Are there no crimes that have been committed in your countries that result in prisoners?
Not well. They're usually put someplace separate than the palace.
As I have said, there is no housing outside of the palace.
Well, I have been to a fair share of prisons myself, but the ones that make you scream are never good places, and never run by good people.
Prisons are never good places to begin with. That's why most people avoid ending up in them. Not by
Sometimes-
attacking diplomats.
So this individual attacked a diplomat, and that was the screaming, or?
They were an outsider like you. They decided their best course of action was to try and kill our king.
That is not helpful. No, that is not good. But was that just occurred, or were you torturing him?
He is being punished.
How?
Was he one of the ones from the trial?
That is not of your concern.
Which part? His how or my are the part of the trials?
The how.
Was this guy part of the trials?
He was. The rest of his group perished when trying to face the dangers of the sea. He stayed behind. He
Well, I
decided
do-
he had a better chance attacking the king and trying to take over.
Well,
Can
I
I insight check when she says that?
Go ahead.
Something does not add up. Like as a player, like maybe it's just because I overthink things. I got a 19.
She is full of shit.
Well, I respect your culture and your the safety of your prince and your king. Torture does not beget a good society. It is much better to either imprison or punish.
Is there no torture for those on your planet?
Absolutely, and the people who did it were fuckers.
So only Lauren knows that she's full of shit right now.
Oh yes.
Right, I have no
He
idea.
hasn't said anything.
Just
Yeah,
wanna make sure.
I'm not gonna say anything with her right there.
Again,
So,
I would advise you return to your rooms.
I think I would be happier outside the city with your prisoner.
What?
What?
Would you like to meet the prisoner?
Yes.
I can see that you all will cause trouble either way. At the very least, I can see to it that it's minimal.
And she begins walking.
I'll follow.
I'm gonna stay in the back. Who's in the back?
I'm casting my mage hand, by the way.
I'll go next.
Just gonna be in my pocket.
Okay.
And it's invisible.
So I'm assuming Bump's in the back with me.
Yeah.
What's
I
the
mean,
order of follow? So you got Vinnick and Cyril up front, and then Funk and Valor
A
in
very
the back.
injured Vinnick.
All right.
A very obviously injured Vinnick.
Okay, so Vinnick, you seem a little bit hurt. I'll go in front of you. Oh, is this side by side?
I mean,
It's 2 by 2.
All right, so if we're side by side, just,
Yeah.
All right.
I'm just saying for the other healer, a very obviously injured Vinnick.
I'm gonna get to you.
Okay.
I'm just gonna like shoulder bump or elbow bump Funk and like point towards or not like I'm gonna gesture with my head towards the frog lady and just like shake my head and like whisper in his ear. She's lying.
You do
Oh.
Go
you do
ahead.
the bullshit like sign
Yeah.
language.
Yeah.
If
Okay.
if that's how you're saying it, I'm gonna need an intelligence check from Funk and a sleight of hand from you. If you're whispering it, I just need a stealth from Zaloran.
Alright. Oh.
So pick your poison.
Sign language first. Sign language first, and then you can whisper.
Yeah. Fuck it. I'll do sleight of hand. Honestly.
All right,
Hmm.
Funk, you need
That's
to do
a
it.
3.
Funk, go ahead and do an intelligence check to see if you even understand this.
3. We match.
Yeah.
Nailed it.
Whoa.
You understand each other perfectly, right? That's what that means.
No. The woman pauses. I would advise to keep the flailing of hands to a minimum, spellcasters. Do you do that?
Yeah, I do it.
Okay.
Oh, we're going.
That's fine. That's fine.
I am sure he was just healing me.
We're just swimming, kind of.
He's a dancer.
Yeah. Oh shit.
Let's see. I need you to make a wisdom saving throw for me, Zaloran.
That's fine. That's fine.
That's fine. This is fine. Everybody's on fire. It's fine.
13.
That's a fail.
Oh,
Okay, noted. I'm not telling you what that's for.
oh.
She continues forward, carefully, walking a bit slower this time. You get to a door with a large lock on it, which she takes out a key, unlocks it, and opens it. She gestures for you all to go inside.
Oh no! Ladies first. Not that I'm assuming gender. Ladies first. No.
She's standing where she is.
I just look in the room, and also the door. Is it a solid door, or is there like a cell type thing, a window that you can look through?
It's a solid door.
Okay.
Is there a lock
made of the,
in-
It's made of the same sandstone. It locks from the outside with a key.
But does that keyhole go to the inside? Like, how does she open it? Away from us, or like?
It pulls towards you guys.
Okay.
And is it-
So, on the other side, just want to ask real quick. Is there a keyhole on the other side?
There is not.
Is it a padlock on this side, or is it so it's not a key mechanism that's in the actual door?
It is, you know those like ones where you lift up and slide that way?
Mhm.
It's like that, but in order to be able to lift it up, you have to unlock it first. Like there is a key
Okay.
within the actual handle part. There is a
Okay.
keyhole that you have to unlock before you're able to lift it up and move it.
Okay.
Well-
I'm just looking inside the room, but from outside.
Okay.
Oh.
It's dimly lit in there, but you can see what looks to be a
Light.
single cell. There's
I'll cast light.
There's a single, somewhat large jail cell inside the room. A good, probably 20 feet away from the door. On the inside of the cell, you can see an elven man just sitting on the ground, unmoving.
Does he look like he's breathing?
You would have to get closer to tell. His head is down, so you can't tell if his eyes are open or not.
I'm going to walk. I'm assuming I can walk. I'm going to walk forward and cast Cure Wounds on Vinnick. Just heal him. And then walk in there and check on the man.
Okay.
You get 11 hit points back.
Yeah.
You go
And
forward.
that concludes my slots.
You go forward, and the cell itself prevents you from getting up too close to the man, but he does appear as if he's breathing but unconscious at the moment.
And I'm assuming he has visible wounds on him.
You can see a wound to his stomach.
Like, horizontally? Like, across his stomach as if like he was gutted?
It has already been bandaged, but you can see blood is still pooling. It is a fresh wound. But you can't quite make out the shape of the wound.
Screw it.
You said he's unconscious.
Mm-hmm.
No.
How lazy? How lazy is Zolorn?
He's
Is anyone else going in the room with Soloran? Or are you just standing at the door?
I'm standing at the door right now.
I'll go in.
There's enough room for all of you to be in there.
And
Oh,
there's
I'm
the
sure
key
that there
that
is.
locks right there too.
I'm sure that there's plenty of room for all four of us. Yeah.
So I'm gonna walk in. I'll walk in, and in Elvish.
The frog woman walks in behind you once you walk in.
Okay, then
Behind
I'll
me?
walk in.
Yes.
Okay. In Elvish, I'm gonna try to speak to him and say, hey, what are you doing here?
He's unconscious right now.
Well, I'm hoping the Elvish will maybe rouse him, that if he hears his own language.
Let me see. Sure. I'll give you that. He kind of moves slowly a bit. Looks up at you, confused, as if he didn't quite register what you said, but you did wake him up.
Are you gonna take a break?
You're right. It is about time for a break. So before we get into the questioning the prisoner, we're going to take a quick break. We will be back shortly to find out what the hell is going on down here with these merfolk and this prisoner.
Come on.
I have not done the
Oh, yeah.
push-ups. I will do the push-ups when I get back. I didn't want to mess up the mood. I know I have 20 push-ups. Don't worry.
Thought they were 20 each.
No, it's
Whoa.
10 each. Calm down. I can only handle so many push-ups. But
You'll get there. You'll get there.
we'll be right back, everybody. Peace.
Just trying to help.
The actress? The actress.
That's, I know who she is.
Scarlet Witch.
That's the,
Yep.
yeah, the Scarlet Witch.
And
The Scarlet Witch. Yeah. Yeah, she's sister of the Olsen twins. Yeah, she's the younger sister. I believe so, yeah. Okay.
Oh, I can only go for about another half hour. I
Right.
really need to get to sleep. I have to scramble and get 2 days worth of work done in half a day.
Done that.
Yeah, I'm trying to be the face of the party because I got the perception and the deception and all that.
Yeah, so do I. I mean, you know, I have the same like the same charisma.
Yeah,
my
well,
charisma is
no,
18.
I have a 20 charisma.
Oh, I have an 18, so we're close.
Yeah, and then I have proficiency in perception. Well, I'm sorry, persuasion and deception.
Yeah, I have a +6 deception. Yeah, +6 deception, +4 perception, and +6 persuasion.
Yep. Let's see, what do I get next level?
You already talked about next level.
Oh yeah. Well, I know. Well, I get third level spells. That's when spells become really powerful.
Oh, cool.
That's where fireball is and all that. But
Nice.
there is something in sorcerers that I gotta see. I gotta go to Tasha's. Oh yeah. And how sneak attack works? If you have another person within melee combat with you, you automatically get sneak attack, and it's just
Okay.
it's off your first attack.
Sneak attack's my first attack, not my last attack.
No, it's an addition. Like if you hit with your short sword, it's your D6 short sword plus all your bonuses plus your sneak attack damage.
Okay.
It's not a separate thing. It's the first one that hits, and you can only get it once per round. And all you have to have is either if you have flanking, then you have advantage on your attacks. But all you have to have is another person in melee combat with it.
Okay.
But if there's anything that was giving you disadvantage, you do not get sneak attack.
Okay.
So even if you were flanking, but you had disadvantage on the attack, you would not get sneak attack.
So if short sword, let's say, misses, I don't get sneak attack on that. But if the dagger hits, then I get sneak attack on that.
Exactly. And
If they
and
both miss, I don't get any hit.
exactly. So sneak attack is just one thing that just you add your D6s. And again, if you hit it with the dagger, you're still adding all your D6s for the sneak attack. So
Okay. And then flanking always get advantage. I lost you.
just yeah, I
Right.
lost for a second. If you can flank, first off, as long as you stay within that 5-foot square, like you can circle around a person, they won't get an attack of opportunity.
Mhm.
But flanking is being on the complete opposite. You get advantage on your attacks.
Okay.
And one of the things that that's why Jokers gave him no reactions, because if you put him prone, you would get advantage on the strikes if they were prone, but anybody shooting from range would get disadvantage.
Oh, okay.
So that puts me at a disadvantage to hit him, which is why Jokers wasn't doing that, thankfully.
But I'll do it again when I get the chance.
Yeah. I mean, it takes me 2 rounds to ramp up to do the massive, I do a D10, D8, D6, plus 5 once, yeah. For 1 round. But I do have to check this. Optional. Let's see. Okay, Transmuted is a meta magic. Available at 3rd level. When do I get my next meta magic? Because Transmuted is, I can, Fireball does fire damage. I can spend a sorcerer point and make it do any type of damage from a certain list. Oh, Damien, can you hear us? I cannot go past 11 today. I've got a really bad day tomorrow, so I can't. I need to make sure I get to sleep by then. Alright, so level 5. What is it? No, I don't get another meta magic until 10. Damn. Can I swap out meta magics?
You can do Eldritch Blast. I mean, there's very few creatures that.
For force, yeah.
For force,
But I'm thinking about Fireball.
Yeah.
Yep. Did you hear what I said before? I just want to make sure. Alright, thanks.
Just letting y'all know, I am tapped out on spells. I've got nothing.
I'm still pretty good, actually.
I have
got
one
spells
key point
left.
left.
We are back! Huzzah! Alright. We left off with you beginning questioning the prisoner who was roused by you speaking to him in Elvish, but did not seem to understand exactly what you said, like didn't register it as he was still unconscious. So you're welcome to repeat, you're welcome to say something else.
I'm gonna repeat. What are you doing here?
And he kind of looks over at the frog woman and looks back to you. I am trapped, he says very weakly.
I will try, while he's talking to him, I'm going to try to engage the frog woman in a conversation.
Okay. What do you say to her?
How long has this person been your prisoner?
These trials have been going on for a while now.
So this is a recent wound. You're torturing him.
How do you respond, Cyril?
Oh my! Can I hear this?
The Elvish? Yes.
No, with what he's saying to the frog lady.
Yes. I'm assuming he's saying in common, so.
Oh, yes. I
Yeah.
only know very few languages.
And she was I'm just going to turn back and be like, what have you done to him?
I personally have done nothing.
What's
At this point, the prisoner chimes up. They take turns eating pieces of me.
He says it's in Elvish?
Yes.
You know,
Looking
I
at him, is he
kind of
missing
saw this
anything?
coming. So I was like, why would they keep us alive? They're eating us!
What was that, Josh?
Looking at him, is like he missing any flesh or anything? Any limbs? Any fingers?
Not that you can see.
Do you, does she respond to my question?
She does not.
I think it is time for us to go.
So yeah, this guy tries to kill the king. That's on him. I think we should go.
At
I
which point,
was.
the frog woman says, in Elvish,
Huh.
I could not agree more.
and
Oh, look at my friends. Like I just.
I have no
I know
idea
what-
what was said.
I know what was said. I speak Elvish. I haven't said anything.
I do not.
I need Cyril to make a wisdom saving throw for me.
You won.
That is a success. You feel what you can only imagine to be magic try to wrap itself around your brain, but you're able to shake off the feeling.
Whoa.
As
Do I see any spellcasting at all?
she has cast a spell.
I am going to take that as a hostile action.
You do not know what spell she has cast. And as
Nope, I do not.
as this happens,
What?
in saunters a what you can surmount to be an adult otter person, about 6.5 feet tall, meanders over, playing a little tune on his pan flute, and seems to be wobbling back and forth.
Lord.
You see the frog woman turn to him.
Sandal, get yourself out of here.
And he just kind of chuckles and is like,
But you know I love playing the games.
and is continuing the swaying and then continues playing on his flute.
Kendall.
Who is the most injured here?
I am only down 4.
I'm 23 out of 35.
I'm 14 out of 35.
Yeah. So
On a
right
short
there.
rest, you can use hit dice to heal.
I took this damage after.
Ah, okay.
Alright,
Just saying, if there's any leftover damage, you know.
as he's playing the song, he is wobbling around and kind of bumps into Cyril, who heals 8 points of health.
There you go. A nice one.
Mm-hmm.
Sandal, this is none of your business.
It's my dad's palace. Of course it's my business. What are you all doing at this point?
I am rolling an intelligence check, and I failed, so I'm using my mage hand to try to yank the key out from her hand.
Okay. I'm not sure what kind of roll to do for that.
Let me read it, and I will give you my opinion if you would like it.
Zaloran, are you doing anything?
Can I leave the room?
I mean, they're all kind of blocking the way at this point. Because you were up by the prisoner. Like, by the gate to the prison.
I'll just start making my way for the door. I mean, I'll wait.
Go ahead and
Honestly,
give me a
there's nothing I
perception
could
check.
do.
Funk, what are you doing?
I'd probably roll against me. It's only 5 pounds of pressure. Unless if she has a grip on it, I would. She would notice the tug. But
That's a natural one. So for a total of
Okay,
7.
never mind.
I
You
don't
don't
notice
notice
shit.
anything. Funk, what were you doing?
I'm just reading the room, trying to read him, the new Otter Prince.
Go ahead and give me an insight check.
Sure.
Oh.
Nice. With that, you're able to tell not only does this frog woman like just seething at this otter prince's interruption, but this otter prince is completely pretending to be drunk. Like, he is stone cold sober and just playing it up. He seems to be purposefully trying to irritate the frog woman.
if this is your father's place, does he allow torture?
I never said I agree with him. You are only half-kin. You have no right to the throne. This is not your place.
And it should not be the place for him. Give him to us, and we will be on our way. And we will make sure he bothers your people no more.
He is of no concern to you.
If you are torturing him, he is a concern.
Hi, Gaymer.
No, they did not learn the frog's name.
But
I mean, I give you props if you're playing the frog. So.
Anita?
It was not my idea. For those of you that weren't here for Monday's stream, on Monday we streamed the creation of these NPCs that they have come across.
Well, no offense knowing you, I knew the frog was going to be bad.
I mean, not necessarily. She stopped you guys from being killed.
They're gonna eat us later.
Vinnick is pretty adamant, and he looks like he's been in some prisons before, and he's been tortured before. He is not having this. He's standing up on his soapbox here.
So, right now, is there anything preventing us from getting? There's still bars between us and them.
He is still locked behind a door, yes. Behind like a cell door.
Hmm.
At this point, she is going to cast a spell. If I can find it on her spell list. She has a very long spell list. There it is. Is anyone taking a response to her beginning to cast a spell?
Yes, I am going. I already took that as a hostile action last time. This time I'm rolling Eldritch Blast.
Okay. What's your dexterity modifier for me real quick?
+3.
Okay. You are quick enough to notice that this is not an aggressive spell. This is...
I have a 0 in Arcana, untrained. Not proficient in it. I don't know about spells.
She's not gesturing at any one of you.
Okay.
She's not speaking towards any of you. She says a couple words before a silvery mist surrounds her, and she disappears.
We step out of the room.
Is Tyndall still there?
As they're stepping out of the room, I'm going to examine the door.
You, by the way, in your mage hand now notice that you have the key.
Oh, okay. Then I will use my mage hand and see if it opens up that door as well.
And you open up the cell door. You three go to step out the room, and you see she is just storming off in the distance.
Is Tyndall still there?
Sandal is still in the door with you.
What's his name?
Sandal.
Well, the little drunk one, thank you for the distraction. We should be off before more of your father's servants come and try to kill us.
Yes, I would advise that. I am a vegetarian. I don't much like what they do.
So, I would advise you all to get to the rest of the Queen's trials. There's a portal within the cell itself, and he kind of gestures. Do you guys look where he gestures at?
Yes.
Yeah, but I'm telling you what, my character is not liking this whole cell thing at all.
As you look, you can see that there is a specific set of stones that have markings on them. They are feathers, the only sign of the Raven Queen you guys have seen thus far.
Are there more people here?
He is the last one left alive.
Good.
They have been... Sorry, I was doing the frog voice. They have been healing him and eating him and healing him and eating him.
So it's probably fine.
Upon
Yes,
hearing
there's
that,
a
I'm
pink
gonna take-
cameo gamer.
I'm gonna take 6 seconds and do my channel divinity and basically just heal that dude
Is
20
that
hit
frog?
points, or as much as I can to get him to half.
Okay. You do so, you see that he is very weak. Even as you heal him, he is still very weak. He seems to have lost most of his will.
Well, let us at least get him on the other side. Maybe he can have a an afterlife. Afterlife.
So-
I fail to try to lift him up and drag him towards the portal. Then I just do shape water to move him towards the portal.
I help him up.
I am.
Don't worry about it. I got him.
I did not have my 3 square meals a day growing up.
So the portal's inside the cell?
You see what looks like an arched set of stones that are different than all the other stones that have the marking of the Raven Queen on them.
But
So
inside
why-
the cell.
Inside the cell, yes.
I'm telling the guys I'm not going into a cell. You're not. You can't. I'm not. No. I'm no.
So
This
if he
is
was
not-
in the cell, why did he not go through?
At this point, he chimes up. I am too weak to activate any portals. And at
How
this
did
point,
we have to?
he
sorry.
pulls out of a hidden pocket inside of his clothing. He pulls out a ruby, which he just holds out for any of you to take.
I
I'll
like
take it.
rubies. Oh.
You're not in the cell.
No, you're absolutely right. But I mean, I saw ruby. And, you know,
I
shiny
will
thing-
hold it up. I will hold it up to try to coax you to come in.
You hold it
Hmm.
up, and you notice that the shape of the ruby matches the shape of the specific feather at the top of the arch.
I'll try to put it in there with shape water.
You do so, and the elven man chimes in again. You need to have some kind of magic bless the stone. I don't think it matters what kind.
I cast light on it,
You cast light on the stone or on the ruby?
on the ruby.
Okay. You see the ruby begin to glow, and as it does, the other feathers on the stone begin to glow as well. And the inside of the stone shifts, changes to look like water, and then changes again to look like an open sky.
Carry
Toss
the
the
dude.
new guy in.
And I
carry,
go
Sack of potatoes.
I carry the dude in.
You all
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
You all go through, and as you're carrying the fellow through, he says, "Thank you. Find me in Viral if you make it out of here." And as you go through, he disappears from your arms. You come out of the portal, and you find yourself in the center of what looks to be a coliseum.
Oh, we're.
You see several, several feet high stone walls around you in a circle. You see hundreds of people within a crowd. and a booming voice rings out over you. And our final team of competitors have arrived! With this, the tournament can begin! This team's first battle will be with Myrmidon, the Wind Prince of the Apocalypse. May the most deserving win. And then there is silence. You see a door open off in the distance. You hear the thank you go through your mind again from that gentleman, and you gain the effects of a long rest.
Awesome.
I fucking needed that. Oh dear God.
Out
I
of this other door. Go ahead.
Oh no, I'm taking that long rest real quick.
Out of this other door, you see a humanoid-ish shape of just pure air, wind, moving around, maintaining its shape and a color so it's visible, but this being looks to be made purely of air itself. And that is where we will start next session. You guys have made it to the Colosseum trial!
Nice.
I love tournament arcs. Let me just say, I fucking I'm so excited. I get so giddy whenever whatever I'm watching. It's like, oh, you have to battle something or you have to do this. Like, oh, I'm in it.
What did you guys think of the NPCs you came across in the mermaid area?
Oh, very nice.
Your underwater
Yeah.
level.
Very nice. I
I wanted
definitely
to kill
enjoyed
him.
it.
It's a good thing you guys decided not to attack the frog lady, who was in fact a level 20 wizard.
She
I was
cast on
about
a
to.
charm person?
Huh? Oh, she, the failed spell was a Gios on Cyril.
What the heck is that?
Oh, it's
Basically, she gets to use you like her little puppet if you fail.
Oh yeah. Mm.
for 30 days.
Oh, so I'm a sub. Got it.
And the successful spell on you, Zaloran, was a detect thoughts. She already knew you were onto her.
Okay.
What is the frog wizard's name? Ren Goodmind. The
Anybody with good in their name is definitely a bad person.
Right.
the merfolk that you fought was a level 12 fighter named Sylvana. She was a deep sea merfolk. And the otter bard that you came across was Sandal Silverton, help made courtesy of Pink over there. And the frog person, if I recall correctly, was help made by Darwin. So if anyone
Very cool.
that's lurking here wants to help make NPCs in the future, stop by on a Monday.
That's pretty cool.
What was your favorite part of the session? We'll start with Jokers.
I found out they ate people.
Yeah, that was pretty funny.
Alrighty. And Josh.
My favorite part was probably the fact that I was like the first action. Like, oh, somebody's getting hurt. Let's go rescue them. And everyone's like, wait a minute. We should. I was just off. I was just like, I gotta do this.
Right.
You're like, who needs to think? Let's do.
Yeah. And besides stealth, I have disadvantage. That's why when you gave me that option, oh, you can do it stealth. You can do it stealthily or sleight of hand. I'm gonna take sleight of hand. I don't have disadvantage on that.
All right, Teddy. What was your favorite part?
I kind of like the interaction where we're fighting the guard. That was pretty cool.
Nice. And Nightfall.
I like, and honestly, with so many parts that I liked, I'm gonna lump it into this one thing. And props to everybody. Everybody has played within their character, be it not reacting to words that we don't know, that we wouldn't know because we didn't know the language, to to the fear of the cells, to everybody, to again Josh's Zaloran's race to go heal, to Funk's no, I'm not putting up with bureaucracy bullshit. Everybody, the role play was definitely within the lanes of their character and nobody metagaming. That's what I really enjoy.
Oh, I couldn't agree more. Everybody has been really good at staying with how their characters would act in these
Yeah,
situations.
sometimes it's hard. It's like I know what I.
Oh, and my absolute favorite part is coming up when you tell us the level to 5.
It's funny you mention that, because yes, you do in fact get your 5th level.
Wow.
You're
Sweet.
going to need it for the Colosseum, my friends.
Oh.
Oh, see, I wanted to go to bed. Now I can't. Now I gotta figure out my optimal thing here.
I don't
And
think anything special at 5.
any complaints from this session? Anything you want to see more of, less of, etc.? We'll start with Nightfall.
Honestly, I like it. I like a mixture of combat. I enjoy combat, I really do. But I also like a mixture of RP and all that. And Vinnick is starting to be a little bit more comfortable in talking more because he is a very charismatic person. So I definitely like the mixture of the two. And I also like the fact that everybody is stepping back a little bit when the one person is doing something to make sure that everybody has time in the limelight.
Darwin says that y'all are lovely. Also, that wasn't a complaint, but thank you.
No, I think it more of this game. How about that?
Teddy, any complaints? Anything you want to see more of, less of?
No, I think I would have liked to spend a little more time in the underwater city.
Mm-hmm.
Thought that'd been kind of cool to like venture out through there and see what there. But who say we can't go back later on?
This is true.
But other than that, this has been great fun.
Awesome. All right, Josh.
At all. That fight with the guard was a little bit rough, especially with how tapped out I was. How many hit points did she have left, just by chance?
She had 33 hit points left.
33. Wow. If I could get off my fucking inflict wounds, like, but
It was a doable but challenging fight.
yeah.
Yeah, the only one that wouldn't have been doable really was the level 20 wizard if you decided to fight her. But she is not as aggressive, so she would have avoided the fight as much as possible. Jokers!
Well, that's the thing is I think I enjoyed the session. I feel like the underwater city was a really cool setting, and there was a lot of potential for it to be like a more extended stay, where we're trying to figure out like what happened to the previous people going through the trials and just kind of setting it up. I feel like I would have wanted to explore that a little bit more.
He wanted to
I
ring
think-
the bell.
I also wanted to ring the
Right.
bell.
He wanted to
That
ring
was
the bell.
other thing.
That's all he wanted
That
to
was the
do.
other. I also wanted to ring the bell. I just think that any scenario and any setting that you're going to put us in, we're going to want to explore it a little bit, and check things out.
Nice. And that opportunity was there if you hadn't heard the scream, or if you hadn't, if you had listened to them and gone back to sleep. You would have been able to stay there upwards of a week before any danger
tried.
happened.
Tried. I was like,
He did try.
But that is noted. I can try and make it more obvious for these places of the route to stay and the route to kind of expedite, and then you can make your choices from there. But thank you for the feedback. I'm glad you guys seem to have fun overall. I forgot to turn the poll back on, so we don't have a vote for favorite character this stream. My apologies.
Oh, yeah, I never get my item.
oh yeah, me neither.
So it's 50 gold or an item of equivalent value. You can let me
Item.
know what you would want. And
Item.
Yeah.
alright, go through the items that are available. And as far as like weapons or anything, just let me know if it's something that you wouldn't typically use, we can talk about it. And considering you're in a city that has a prison and whatnot, and this bard fellow was helping you, it is a reasonable time to get items. So,
Or the Raven Queen just blessed us with them because we did so well.
That's right.
or you
As
could
we went
find
to
them
the
in the
world.
Colosseum. So,
I do have a question regarding items. So for Revivify, I need a diamond worth 300
5.
gold. No, for Revivify, it's 300.
Okay.
So, like, is that an item? We don't really have currency in, like, the trials, so will we just happen to stumble across them? Or, like, is, like you said, we could find them in the Colosseum? Something like that. Is that an option? Because basically, I want to be able to revive one of the players if they die. If
yes,
that's
it
an
is
option.
absolutely an option to find these items.
Okay. Okay.
I am, just so you know, I am losing my guiding bolt. I'm taking that off. Since we leveled, I can change out one spell. So I can get 2 third level spells.
Nice. The perception check that you had rolled earlier when you were looking around in the hallway, it was a chance to actually find a diamond because I had in mind that you guys were going to be leveling up.
Okay.
There was one in a little mount in the hallway. That would have been easily enough popped out.
I will look better.
Yeah, I try to make sure that you guys can have access to things you need for your spells, your weapons, etc. Because this is a long time to go without being able to go to a store.
Mm-hmm.
But with that, we are going to go to the credits and we will do a raid, see which of our lovely friends are streaming tonight. And thank you everyone for tuning in.
Night.
Peace.
Good night.
Oh,
Yeah.
you didn't do your push-ups there, Damien.
I did not. Let me get back to the screen and I will do my push-ups. It was 30, correct?
I only remember 20,
20.
honestly.
I know you did too. Didn't someone else redeem?
I don't believe so, but I will check.
I redeemed one.
Yeah, there we
Okay,
go.
there you go.
Alright, let me do the
I think it
30.
was 50.
And then there's
So what-
Darwin with another one. I gotta do 30 push-ups right now. Thanks, guys.
40.
Yeah, I
Jeez.
know.
Listen,
That's
we're
40.
gonna get you fit.
40 at once is a lot. Do you see these piddly arms?
That's how you get them bigger.
Yeah, see? You got this.
Alright.
So where do I
could-
go for the items?
We can all agree fucking frog people.
40 push-ups.
See the prices. That's different.
2, 3, 4, 5,
I think you should ask off screen if it's not going to be a magical item. It'll be.
Sure. I just didn't know where to look.
I
Either
mean,
way.
you could do possible magical items that you can get would be common magical items from Xanathar's Guide. If you look in sources, Xanathar's Guide, which you might not have. I don't know if you have it.
Xanathar's Guide to Everything.
Yeah. Common magical items.
So we all get 50 gold? Was that what that is?
No, it was the favored characters.
I
which
do
I'm
have a
for-
quick question, Brian.
Shoot.
Would mass healing word be better or life transference? Because with life
made my headache worse.
I take 48 damage myself, but whoever I target heals twice that.
That's very good
Gaymer
at
redeemed
higher levels
more.
because you got to think about
That's it.
There's a push-up time in there.
that. You got to think about you are taking. If anybody's taking that much damage at this point, they're gonna be dead. You see what I'm saying? So how many third levels are you gonna memorize?
I just one because it counts. as
Spirit Guardians.
Spirit Guardians over.
Spirit Guardians is
Oh my
very,
God.
very good. Or you can make sure you have that Revivify ready.
Oh
And in
yeah,
my
I do as a
push-ups.
life player.
Or
And in
Dispel
my-
Magic. dispel magic.
Ending my stream with 50
Okay.
push-ups. Thanks, guys. Thanks.
I would say I would say dispel because I'm not taking dispel.
Okay.
Now we
I
will
got it.
roll the credits. Darwin, I will refund you the tarot time points. I don't have time for that, plus I'm out of breath. So we will roll credits and then raid.
Look at what
Thank
they
you
do for
again.
their viewers. Give Damien props.
Thank you, Nightsfall. Okay, credits time.
So yeah, I would because I am taking. Are we muted now? Oh, there we go. Ending our. Are we muted? I'm taking counterspell to make sure that one of us has it. I know you don't have access to it. I have access to your full spell list. Being the ranged attack.
And sheesh.
So
That is the defensive one. So 2.
I'm gonna be like a fireball or